Good morning and welcome to Eagle Eye Broadcasting. I'm Aurora Gutchell.
And I'm Amy Shane, Superintendent here at O'Neill Public Schools.
And we have Mrs. Shane on today to talk about the new proposed addition to our school because the school board meeting is this coming Monday, and so we are going to talk about the plans, reasoning, the tax, like any concerns that people may have, and just kind of give a brief overview of the whole project.
Sure.
So maybe we could start with why is this project needed? Why do it?
Sure, absolutely. Well, this is a project that has been in the making. The school board has had a goal of improving facilities district-wide for probably the last 6 years, and so it's discussed every year. One of the biggest concerns, obviously, is the modular classrooms that we're currently using. They've been in place for nearly 30 years and just pose a lot of challenges educationally and safety-wise. In the winter, I know you've probably walked out in
I've watched many
snow
friends
and ice.
biff it on the ice out.
Right, absolutely. So those are the reasons that the school board, needs to be sure and keep our facilities up. As far as that goes, we also are currently busing students. You've probably ridden the bus as well to the elementary school or to the 1938 building for PE classes because of lack of gym space.
Yes.
And that's why the school board feels like that needs to be in the plan, a new gymnasium. That way all practices can be held right here on site. Save us money, won't have to pay for busing, and just good for kids not to have to leave for practice. So that's the gymnasium. That's why the school board thinks it's important that that was included in the plan. And then we have the performing arts, the auditorium. And that is an area where our students who are passionate about the arts, performing arts, whether it's music, whether it's drama, really have never had a place to be in our school. We do have a stage in our current gym, and we use it, and our kids, do a great job, but a lot of times they're getting up really early in the morning to practice, or they're staying really late at night. Maybe the homework doesn't get done because either they had to be up early or had to be up late. So it'll be a place that they won't have to share with athletics.
Yes.
And I think it's also a place that the community would use a lot, Laura.
I think it definitely could be utilized by the community a lot. Just to kind of give you a picture of what we're talking about, on the screen right now is the proposed plan for the new school. The purple part, do you want to put it back up? No, the plan. The purple part is the plan, or the new auditorium that's the gym. I mean, that's the new gym that's proposed, and also the locker rooms for the athletes. And the yellow part in I believe that's the southeast corner, is the auditorium, so the fine arts kind of performing center that would be used for one act, musical, band performances, choir performances, you name it, probably a lot of other uses as well. And if you go up into the left top corner, so the northwest corner, it starts, the very northwest corner would be central offices, allowing you, Mrs. Shane, and the other workers at central office to be more connected to our school, kind of be more involved with what's going on, day-to-day things.
Right. So
then I think that's important because then you can see what it really is needed up here. I mean, it's one thing to come up and visit, but when you are here every day and see,
Sure. And it'll save us from having upkeep of that
another building.
Yes, we'll be able
sure.
to sell those buildings and utilize those funds to help pay for this project. We won't have the heating and cooling and the lawn and the snow. The custodial needs, custodians now have to drive over to those buildings to clean. So all of those things will be a savings for the district to Aurora.
That would be a big help. As you move,
look over to the east. We're really excited about the 3 new science rooms. Our science teachers would move into 3 kind of state-of-the-art science facilities. We're really focusing on trying to improve STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and really working on the engineering strand right now. So I'm excited about those science rooms.
Yeah, that will be cool. I know with the facilities we have right now, it's doable, and they are, I mean, fairly nice, but we lack some equipment, some of the more room outline. I don't know how to explain that, but it's not the most practical setting to do experiments. So that'll be really exciting to see that. And another thing I think is really cool is if you go south of that very northwest corner, that long stretch of the yellow hallway, that would be the CTL rooms, and I forget what CTL stands for.
CTL stands for the Center for Teaching and Learning, and it's a program that we added, it's probably been 7 or 8 years ago now, and it currently is in the 1938 building.
Yeah.
It's a program where our staff works with our students that have the most significant cognitive challenges, and they are learning a lot of life skills so that once they graduate, they can live independently, hopefully have a job, you know, those kinds of things. So they're included in that area. Aurora is a kitchen area, a laundry area, so that these students can take care of themselves, and we're really excited to bring them closer to the rest of the district.
I think that is a great idea because I think it's important down when they're at the 38 building and not at our building. It's kind of a separation from student body, and I mean it's not practical to have to take time between every class to shuttle from building to building. That's just not practical. It's not safe. There's no one. They are in one room there. It would be kind of hard to tell what's going on in the rest of the building if it's just not safe or practical. So I think that is an awesome idea, because sometimes, like I said, it'd be nice to have them incorporated into the student body as much as you could.
They are part of our student body, and I think they'll really enjoy being on site. It'll be good for everyone, all students. It'll be good for all students to have them here.
Yep. And if I remember correctly, the red parts or the pink, is that the incorporation of the mod?
Actually, those are areas that will be renovated. Those areas are not included in our lease purchase. The financing plan, those will be done outside of that. The pink next to the new science rooms.
The northmost square
you're
pink.
looking, yes, at the north. That will be renovated and become the new art room. What's currently Mr. Simonson's science room will become the art room. And so those are things that we are just going to be, the old band room will become a classroom. So those are changes that will be made, but they're not new construction.
Yep.
They're just renovations.
I think the one in Mrs. Barrelman's room is really exciting. That is supposed to become the new robotics room, if I've heard correctly.
That's correct.
That will be awesome.
It will be.
I know. We both go to the Presbyterian church, and I know that the robotics team has actually had to use the basement of our church for the last, I don't know how many
times, and I think they're set up in the upstairs of the 38 building right now. But yes, they've used the basement of the church.
They really have to kind of make do with what they can find as far as a space, because they have a lot of equipment that can't necessarily be brought down all the time. Right. You know, you have to kind of halt work.
Right.
And I think that's a growing program at our school that I know has already taken off this year, and it's doing really well. And so I think giving that more recognition and more of a space to work will only boost the program even further. And so I think that's an awesome opportunity just to have one room specific to that organization, and that
program,
they can work. Yes,
the
that they can work
that
in.
Fits right into that engineering. Yep, it does. And Mrs. Price and Mr. Fisher will have some new offices.
Oh yes, there's a new down in the northwest or the southwest. Sorry, I can't talk. The southwest corner on kind of that blunt corner end of the building, that would be the new entrance for the middle school wing. And there's also Mrs. Price and Mr. Fisher's new offices in that corner as well, along with the commons area. So I think that's a cool kind of welcoming area into our school.
A good place for the younger students to gather. You know, we've had 7 through 12 in our district for a long time, grades 7 through 12, and we make that work. But really, 7th and 8th graders are different than freshmen.
It's a lot different.
So we're really excited to have a way for 7th and 8th graders to just be more of their own little group of people. Their needs are different than high school. So they'll gather there while the high schoolers gather down by the new gymnasium. So I think that'll be really good.
I think that's a good idea too, because while it is good to have that interaction, they, have their own friends and needs and what they want to do, and so do high schoolers. Is obviously a lot different,
Right.
and we've all been there. But so I think that's a really good idea too.
Sure, and then you've got the rest of the classrooms out to the south, which would be the new front on the building.
Yep.
And there are 3 new additional classrooms there. Currently at the elementary school, we've had some really big kindergarten and first grade classes. And we're kind of out of room there. And so there are enough classrooms that if we decided it was a good idea to have middle school with grades 6 through 8, there would be room for that number of students in this corridor. And it's really separated from the rest of the building. That's something that we feel is really important, especially if you consider adding 6th grade.
Yes.
There is going to be a study group, and we'd like some parents and some students along with teachers to be a part of that next year. Of course, there wouldn't be, these rooms won't exist next year, so we couldn't bring 6th grade over next year. But we've got a whole year to talk about it, go to other middle schools, see what it looks like, and so we're excited about exploring it.
Yes. I think it's important to realize that how much thought and planning goes into all of these ideas and plans of action before how long did you say this project has been in the making?
The actual project that we're going to be talking about Monday night started with a board work session back in October of 2016. So a little over a year ago. And we've had many meetings that focus strictly on this project, planning meetings, as well as interviewing architects, interviewing construction management firms. So our board has given a lot of thought to the needs of the district.
Yes.
Now and into the future. They've really tried to be forward thinking so that we don't 5 years from now say, we wish we'd put those 3 extra rooms on. Maybe we've gotten some new students from some of our smaller schools. Maybe we've just had an influx of students. Honestly, and I don't know if you've noticed this at the school, Aurora, but this year, from October 1st of last year to October 1st of this year, there are 46 more students in our district.
Oh, I've definitely noticed. I didn't know if it was just something about being a senior or what. I don't recognize like half of the kids that are younger than me. I'm like, who are you? But I think it is because we've just gotten so many students.
We've had
and like
really
you
large
said,
influx.
I have been TAing at the elementary this year, and they have so many kids there. I'm doing the preschool, and in the morning they have 17, and in the afternoon they have 17, and they had kids on the waiting list for that too.
Right.
So there is so many kids that are, and I think that's awesome, that want to come to our school and they want to,
I really think the focus that we have on academics and really expanding opportunities for students that our school board has focused on over the last 10 years, make it an appealing place for people to want to come and go to school.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think that there's also a lot more that goes into this project. If you have any concerns or you want to ask some questions, you want to voice your support, Mrs. Shane, I think, would appreciate any and all contact, email, phone. And if you want to hear more about it, show support, or voice a concern, the school board meeting is Monday at 5:30, and it is completely welcome to the public. I know even students are encouraged to go.
Absolutely. We encourage everyone to come and listen and voice their opinions. We have scheduled the meeting for the library here at the high school. My guess is we also have the gym on hold. We're hoping that the library isn't big enough.
I was going to say, I have a feeling it's not going to be. We're getting out of basketball practice early, so we can.
So you can come and
So
listen.
we can come, yep.
Good. Well, it's great to be involved,
Yes.
and as I said, we want to hear from everyone.
Yep, it is exciting times here at OHS. So thank you for joining us on our show this morning, and
Absolutely.
I hope that all goes well in that.
Absolutely. I think things are gonna be better here at O'Neill Junior Senior High School. No matter what, there are going to be improvements made. To what extent, that's what the school board will decide on Monday night, but there will be some improvements, and it's exciting times for our students and our staff and our community.
Yep.
So thanks,
is
Aurora,
exciting.
for having me in today.
Yep, no problem. We will cut now and go to our daily announcements. So thanks for watching this part.
Great Plains State Bank has been meeting the needs of its customers for nearly 100 years, offering a wide selection of flexible and competitive loan options, including personal, commercial, and ag lending. GPS is a small-town bank with big-town resources, with a full range of innovative deposit products. GPS creates strong clients and strong communities by providing valuable and trusted common-sense banking. Great Plains State Bank continues to deliver quality banking products and services that are representative of their name. GPS, great personal service.
State Farm agent Susan Wakefield is here to help protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Susan Wakefield and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Quality, service, selection. Established in 1990, Specialties and More can help with your screen printing and embroidery needs. We provide high-quality, low-cost service with quick turnaround. Dedication to our customers is what we value. Create your own design or have our on-site artists create one for you. We appreciate your interest in Specialties and More and are excited to work with you on your next project. No job too big or too small because we do it all.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye Broadcasting. Jared Hammerlin here with Nathaniel Jennings. We're going to take a look at your daily announcements. Today is Friday, November 10th. High School Veterans Day program at St. Mary's High School at 10:30 a.m. Elementary Veterans Day program at 2 p.m.
And on Saturday, it will be officially Veterans Day.
And Monday, November 13th, start winter sports practice, staff development. Everyone gets out at 2:30. J-High Wrestling at Randolph, 4 p.m. FFA meeting at Etiquette Dinner at 7 p.m. School board meeting / work session at 5:30. Meeting at 7:30.
On Tuesday, we have the Mid-State One Act Festival at Norfolk in the Johnny Carson Theater. J-High Wrestling Dual Meet at Creighton begins at 4, and Junior High Girls Basketball at Ainsworth begins at 6.
Wednesday, November 15th, FFA District Livestock Judging at Ord.
On Thursday, we have All-State Music at Lincoln. We have a J-High Wrestling Invite at Plainview, begins at 3:30, and a J-High Girls Basketball home game with Norfolk Catholic beginning at 6:15.
And Friday, November 17th, All-State Music at Lincoln and FCCLA Clusters.
And other announcements, students, please do not mark on or tear up items posted on the bulletin boards. Be respectful of school property. Thank you.
And we'll move over to your weather. The temperature right now is 23 degrees, feels more like 7 degrees. Winds 22 miles out of the south, 25 mile per hour wind gusts, humidity at 58%.
This afternoon, hopefully, it looks like it'll warm up a little bit. 37 degrees, 20 mile per hour wind out of the south, gusting at 35, humidity at 58%.
And tonight, 36 degrees is the high. It'll feel more like the 27. Chance of precipitation at 20%. Wind at 16 miles per hour out of the south with gusts around 25 miles per hour. Humidity bumps up to 64%.
And Saturday morning, we expect partly cloudy skies, temperature of 36, wind 7 mile per hour out of the south, gusting to 12, humidity at 93%.
That'll do it for your announcements and weather. We'll be back with Andrew and Trevor with your sports.
Welcome back to our daily sports broadcast.
I'm peanut butter.
I'm honey.
Jelly.
I like honey over jelly.
Okay, fine. Today is Friday, November 10th. Today is the Veterans Day program. That's why I'm all dressed up. Last night, the junior high girls played some basketball against West Holt. Kicked some butt. I'm pretty sure the final score was like 50 to 35 or something like that. They did pretty good. When I was there, we were double the score, but then we took some of the starters out. That's okay.
That's okay.
Get some playing time.
Yep.
Saturday, there's an open gym, so varsity boys basketball players, if you have time, I believe it's 8 a.m., right?
When? Saturday?
Yes. At the elementary school, there's an open gym for the little dudes, and Coach K wants some varsity players to help out with that. So, yeah. I think that's all we have for your sports. Did you check Friday again? There might be some kind of basketball. Nope, that's it. Nope, no wrestling either. I didn't catch the wrestling. There must have been wrestling last night too.
Yes,
right?
there was wrestling, but I'm not sure.
I don't know how they did.
That's all we have for your local sports and national sports news. Former teammates, Carmelo Anthony passed Allen Iverson for 24th on the NBA's all-time scoring list. Anthony finished with 28 points on the night in a 102-94 loss to the Denver Nuggets, the team that selected him with the 3rd overall pick in the 2003 draft. Kind of ironic there. He passed
they got beat by the
a teammate on the Nuggets.
The Thunder got beat by the Nuggets.
Yeah, the Thunder are riding the struggle bus a little bit right now.
That's bad. They had like a power 3, didn't they? Carmelo,
PG,
and Russell.
Yeah,
they should be killing
struggling right now. With 24,385 career points in the regular season, Anthony is now behind Ray Allen for the next spot on the list. Anthony is 33. He's within reach of as high as 18th on the all-time list this season, which would pass Vince Carter, Patrick Ewing, Jerry West, Reggie Miller, and Alex English.
Yeah, he's getting up there.
Yeah, he is definitely scoring some lot. If he scores around 1,600 points, which has been his average during his 15-year career.
Well, I think we should go to Funny Friday.
There is no Funny Friday. So
we're not doing Funny Friday? No?
We should save it for next week.
We're going to save our Funny Friday for next week because it's a good one and we're short on time. But, yeah,
that's all we got for your sports today and broadcast. We will be back on Monday.